A firm fairy tale favourite, pirates are seen as jolly sailors with eye patches and hooks. But the reality is a dramatic contrast from this. Using small fast boats and automatic weapons, pirates pose a risk to anyone sailing their sea. Retired sea captain Colin Darch is all too familiar with this. In 2008, he spent 47 days as a pirate hostage.
We were captured by 9 pirates in 2 skiffs with Kalashnikovs and taken down the Somali coast, but they didn't get aggressive or nasty. I thought they might one day shoot one of us just to sort of let us know they were serious. But of course it didn't come to that, so...
In the years following Colin's release, international piracy slowly declined, becoming virtually non-existent. But pirate attacks are once again on the rise. Between January and March this year, 100 members of crew were taken hostage. That's compared to 91 taken throughout the entirety of 2017. So what's being done to tackle this? In a statement, the International Maritime Organization told me that although there's been a surge in attacks, patrolling Navy ships are showing an increased appetite and capability to intervene in piracy situations. After publishing a new toolkit and analysing strategies, security researcher Tim Edmonds suggests that regional cooperation is the key to targeting piracy.
So the region has increasingly come together to work on these issues together. Activities have led to practices of cooperation. How, for example, do Russian ships, do NATO ships, do Chinese ships and Iranian ships, all Navy ships, coordinate together around these issues? They're adversaries and under other circumstances, but they need to work together.
To keep up with threat levels, methods of protecting ships have developed over time and are implemented by companies like Protection Vessels International. Jim Hilton is the managing director.
You've got to adapt to the threat as the threat changes and ensure that the levels of protection are appropriate to the threat, but that they're also commercially viable. You know, looking at how we can utilise new design ideas with things like anti-climbing barriers to prevent people physically getting on board. If we can prevent a security incident from happening without having to use lethal force, then clearly that's preferable.
As a former hostage, Colin doesn't believe that current tactics are enough and that the root cause of piracy isn't being addressed.
It's sorting out the country where piracy sort of thrives, and that's a long-term process. They've tried, but if they see the threat is reduced, they reduce the precautions. So, you know, it's likely to go on.
Regardless of the problems causing piracy, it's clear that continued effort is needed to keep the seas safe. This is Amy Wiley for Bauer News.